Welcome to the BioBuzz Center. This is Tracy Cooley, and today I am here with Jim Greenwood, who is Bio's president and CEO, and we are at the 2012 Bio International Convention in Boston, Massachusetts. Welcome, Jim.
Good to be here.
So obviously there are a lot of activities planned this week. Tell us about what you're most excited about and your expectations for the convention.
Well, we think we'll have somewhere between 15,000 and 16,000 people come here. They'll be coming from 48 states, from 65 countries. One of the things that has always impressed me about this event is we have the biotech leaders from the whole planet come together, they connect, they talk, they learn about the science, they learn about the policy, they learn about the business. They have 25,000 one-on-one meetings, they hear from the industry leaders, they socialize, and when all of that is finished, they go back to their 48 states and their 65 countries and their thousands and thousands of biotech companies, and they do better science, and they do create more products, and they create better crops and better fuels, and as we like to say, they help to heal and fuel and feed the world, and they do it better, much better, because they've come together here in Boston and gotten smarter.
So since we're in Boston, tell us about biotech in Boston and the region.
Well, biotech in Boston is at its densest. There are more companies here, there's more venture capital here. It is the #1 place in the country, certainly the world for that matter, where NIH money comes to the 5 most important hospitals in terms of getting NIH dollars, tremendous universities. So you start out with this tremendous academic center, these teaching hospitals. Then you have, coming out of all of those universities, small companies that spin out, lots of venture capital to be invested in those companies, and then you're surrounded by a growing sector of large pharmaceutical companies. So all that together creates a steady stream of new science, new products, and new businesses coming out of this region. So the people here in Boston say they're the #1 biohub in the world. San Francisco likes to say they are too, but Boston certainly has a lot of firsts.
And what's on a lot of people's minds right now is the state of the industry. So from your perspective, what is the state of the industry?
Well, I think the science is stronger than ever. The knowledge that we learned about biology and that we apply to biotechnology just grows incrementally day by day by day. And so we're learning more, we're producing more and more products. We have hundreds of products in the pipeline. The last year has been very good for FDA approval of new products against cancer, against lupus, against a whole host of diseases. So that's good. The challenge right now is financing. The IPO window is basically just a trickle. It's harder and harder for first round funding from venture capital. The investors are pretty conservative. They are worried about the reliability of getting things approved in a timely fashion through the FDA. So that's made it tough, but what's important is we keep working on the policy to reform the FDA, to make this process better, policy to drive investment dollars into these companies, and I think the cycle will become virtuous again, and I think in the long run the future for biotechnology is brilliant.
And there will be a lot of discussion this week around policy matters. Can you tell us about Bio's policy priorities?
Well, right now, #1 priority for us is just getting the Pharmaceutical Drug User Fee Act, PDUFA, and all the other UFAs connected to it passed, and that will probably happen in the next couple of weeks. Of course, we are all waiting to see what the Supreme Court does with healthcare reform legislation. That will either leave everything as it is, or turn everything upside down, or somewhere in between. So that will have a lot of policy implications for us at Bio. Then as we move into the post-election lame duck session, there is a ton of financial issues that have to be dealt with, budgetary, appropriations, taxes, and so forth. What we will be focused on is making sure that in the course of all of that very rapid activity, we don't see harm done to reimbursement of our products, because we're an easy target, and if Congress reimburses us insufficiently, then we'll drive less capital and investment into the industry, and will produce fewer drugs. So that's sort of takes us through the rest of the year. In the long run, we have a 5-year plan. We're continuing to advance it. As I said, we want to improve the FDA, make it more efficient. We have a series of proposals to do that. And we have a series of tax proposals, capital formation proposals, that we think will help drive angels to invest, venture capitalists to invest, and help the companies in the public markets as well. So we always have a lot to do. We're getting pretty good at it. And I think if we continue to have the kinds of policy successes that we've had over the last several years, that will help the industry's future as well.
Well, thank you for joining us, Jim. We hope you have a great convention this week.
Thank you.
For the BioBuzz Center, this is Tracy Cooley.